What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I want to talk to you guys about the man of the week, Anthony Joshua. You know, Andy Ruiz is getting praised on Jimmy Kimmel, while Anthony Joshua is getting criticized much, okay? So let me give you the rundown on Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua, you know, is regarded as a bum to people, and overhyped, and he was exposed and certain things like that. Exposed, overhyped. Well, I think what it is, the people that call him overhyped are the people that envy him. Honestly, I think that a lot of people invested in him, and you look at all the endorsements that he's connected to, that he's attached to. And a lot of people that don't have that would envy that naturally. You know what I'm saying? Like Deontay Wilder don't have that type of stuff. I don't know if he would. He probably would love that. You know what I'm saying? I think Deontay would love to trade places with Anthony Joshua. I think that's the whole point. But enough of Wilder. Joshua has a lot going. And a lot of times, like I told you guys, that can be a distraction. And Joshua's a realist, too. And the thing is, he understands something about boxing. Boxing is temporary. It's going to be, they're going to talk about him. They're going to talk about whoever's hot at the moment. And he understands that. But I think he is too comfortable with that reality, because there's a time when you understand that your time will be over. I don't think at 29 years of age, his time is now, or his time was Saturday night. I think that there should have been something or another level that he could have went to, but based on his own philosophy and the sayings that he said, it's easy for you to believe that, okay, well, maybe he's just comfortable with a loss. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying that everyone needs to be like Mayweather. I'm not saying that, but, there should have been something else that he could have done, that night. And a lot of people are hurt, and a lot of people are upset that happens. But even he knows that, hey, I'm not going to win forever. And I think he's just too comfortable with that idea. A lot of people are, It's like almost like, hey, if you're going to a track meet and you're a track runner, and you're like, man, I think I'm going to lose this. Everybody loses. You know what I mean? And they'll be talking about the person that won. Instead of thinking, no, I need to get out there and I want to win. I have no other option. And the funny thing about it was, that's what he was saying after the fight. And you look at it, well, you should have been saying that or doing that within the fight and showing people like, hey, there's no other option. I got to win. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, if you're going to go in there concussed, you knew there was no way that you were going to accept adversity, because you already suffered adversity getting your ass in the ring with a concussion. So if you knew that, you knew, okay, all right, this guy hit me. I know I'm concussed. I have to stay away from this guy. So he should have never engaged in a firefight with someone that he knew he wasn't prepared to take the punches back. And that's real talk. And it's like, for him, with all this stuff around him, he's going to have natural haters. People are going to hate Anthony Joshua. That's why I created a series on this channel specifically for the haters of Joshua, because they exist. People are happy. They'll say they're not happy. They're not happy, but they are. The whole LDBC are like, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Well, yeah, because they knew that the threat for their boy Deontay Wilder is not clear and present danger anymore. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of Mayweather fans was relieved when Pacquiao got knocked out, right? And Mayweather himself was afraid to fight Pacquiao because he was convinced that Pacquiao was on something. You know what I'm saying? So, and what people don't realize, like, if you think that Manny Pacquiao's on something and that's your excuse, and then all of a sudden the fight's not happening, and you want him to do this drug test and that other drug test and this drug test over here, and not VADA, but you want him to take USADA because you said so. It's something strange about that, based on what you've seen him do in the ring, that has got you concerned. So obviously you looked at a guy, seen him do that in the ring. Oh, hell no. He stopped Cotto like that. He walked through Mosley. Oh, hell no. He's on something. I ain't fighting him. That's just an excuse at that point. You know, and it seems like to me, Wilder had the same problem. Wilder seen Joshua defeat Klitschko after getting off the canvas. You know, and he probably said that same thing. He fist bumped him and like, oh shit, I ain't fighting him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't fighting that dude, man. Much respect, bro. All right, Joshua, yeah. You know what I mean? Because that's what he did. And then came over here, said he wanted to fight him, but he didn't say that night. You know what I mean? So, you know, it was one of those things. I think people are relieved that Joshua lost. But Joshua himself shouldn't be that relieved. Maybe he's beating himself up. I have to look at his Lost from My Side documentary. I haven't seen it yet. I want to take time and listen to it, you know, because he does have a YouTube channel now, and, you know, and it follows his life. And that may be a distraction because he didn't have that last year. He didn't have that with the Povetkin fight. So, you know, he might need to calm down on the exposure as much because he's already, you know, you see him everywhere. You know, Power Beats, you see him on 2 or 3 commercials on that alone. Hummer, you know, Under Armour. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he is that official brand guy. You know, he's that endorsed athlete, right? And people will hate that. And he needs to understand that people are going to hate him as much as they love him a lot of times. He's going to have a lot of admirers, and with those admirers come haters. And that's a fact, you know, but him thinking, oh man, well, you know, everyone loses and things like that. He shouldn't get accustomed to that because when, you know, that's a mindset of a loser at that point. Real talk. You know, that's why like Mayweather and, you know, they don't have that mindset, you know. I did like the idea of him saying, hey, there's no tune-up fights. You know what I mean? We don't do that, you know, and that's true. You know, he didn't get where he was at doing tune-up fights and after tune-ups and after tune-ups to another tune-up to another tune-up, you know, like some people did. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about this video, about the truth about Anthony Joshua. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.